Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of deck building, magic style. That's right. Today we're gonna be covering my one of my old decks. I wonder if it's old at this point. Well, it's one of my decks. It's Sisay Weatherlight Captain. Last time I covered it, did the walkthrough was months ago, and a lot of the cards have changed since then. In fact, since then I had managed to get Kyrie. I was able to get Kyrie and the Licids that I was looking for, and I threw them into the deck, and then I just started doing all kinds of tweakage between then and now, and it's kind of a hot mess, and so we're gonna need to do some deck teching here to make it better, stronger, faster. Gentlemen, we will make the first Bionic Commander. So let's not waste too much time, and let me give you the updates on the whole thing here. All right. So Sisay, well, like Captain, this is the special promo left-handed card for left-handed players, to which I am not. I only needed those five little colors there, known as the Commander Identity, to ensure that I could be able to use all the colors involved. So the objective of Sisay Weatherlight Captain is very simple. Ever since I came back to Magic last year. I was 13 years removed, and Neon Dynasty was the set that got me back in. And because I bought so many booster packs, I didn't realize that I had pretty much all of the equipment creature cards. And so these equipment creature cards, what helped out was the fact that I had another set of cards that played in a similar manner back in the days of Tempest, when I first started Magic, and that is called the Licids. Let's see here. Let me get the equipment creatures out. Here we go. Here's a good example. All right. So what I did was, because they're across five colors, here are the Licids and here are the equipment creatures, and here's what they do. Equipment creatures. They come with their own ability that says whenever Tanuki Transplanter or equipped creature attacks, add an amount of green mana equal to its power until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end, which was pretty shocking to me when I found out there was no more mana burn. That's how out I was. Like the last time I played, there was mana burn. So this was an effect that introduced in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty called Reconfigure. You pay 3 mana, and you attach this card to target creature you control, or unattach from a creature, or you can transfer it from another creature to another. But it's got sorcery speed, and while it's attached, it's not a creature. It's an equipment artifact. So basically, what it is that it improved on this card. This is a card that I had back in the Tempest days, and I had 10 of these Licids. The remaining two I had to search and hunt and find, and it was very, very difficult to do. But what the Licids did was this. For one, you pay mana and you tap the card. Now this is very wordy because we're talking about 5th edition here. Tempest was out when 5th edition was out, so this is a very wordy thing. But I'll pull up Scryfall and show you all what the errata is. But in the old text, Quickening Licit loses this ability and becomes a creature enchantment that reads: Enchanted creature gains first strike instead of a creature. Move Quickening Licit onto target creature. You may pay 1 white to end this effect. So let me take you to Scryfall so you can see the updated. Oh, sorry. Where's the view screen? Here's the view screen. Oh no, the view screen is ruined. Oh no, I ruined everything. The show is ruined. You have failed. You have failed this show. Oh my gosh. There we go. This show has failed. Subscribe. Follow. So let's pull up the Quickening Licit. In fact, I'll just type Licit. So Licit is a creature type that's never going to come back ever again unless they modify it unless they modify it, updated it to match Reconfigure. because this variation is a little different from what Reconfigure does. So here's the quick. This is 12 of them, and I got all 12 of them because I found the 2 that I was missing used, and was able to scoop them up. They're very, very cheap. They clock in under $1 if you're interested in playing with Licits. So here's Quickening Licit, and this is what the new text reads. Quickening Licit loses this ability and becomes an aura enchantment with Enchant Creature. Attach it to a creature, target creature. You may pay white to end this effect. Enchanted creature has first strike, and it's a 1/1 creature. So as you can see here, it says Summon Licit. Back in the day, before we had before they started doing creature Licit. But those are the creature types, and only 12 have ever been made, and none since. So I think they're low on the Beeble scale, basically. But instead of, but back in the day, for those of you who probably might not have been, who came in, after all the mass updates, there was no such thing as enchantment aura. It would just say enchant creature on the type line right here, on the type line. And so that's why on the text here that you see, it says it's a creature enchantment that reads enchanted creature gains first strike. It's very very wordy, but now that aura became the new thing for enchantments, they eroded it to make sure that it is an aura enchantment rather than the enchant creature on the type line that was on the old type line. So if you were to read it today, it would say creature enchantment aura Licit, similar to how equipment creatures say artifact creature equipment dog. So it would be kind of like aura would not be a creature type. The Licit would be the creature type, and aura would be the enchantment type. Because that's the way enchantment equipment creatures are operating. It would say artifact creature equipment dog. So the dog is the creature type. The artifact's the equipment is the artifact type. So you would read it like that. The other thing that's unique about Licits is this little thing here that says you may pay white to end this effect. Now, Reconfigure's sorcery speed, so you have to activate it only on sorcery speed. You can't do it at any time. This effect here is known as special. This is a special activation. Let me pull up the comprehensive rules so I can explain to you about special actions. Comprehensive magic rules. I should have had that up, but that's okay because we're gonna MediaWizards.com. Is this it? Here we go. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Usually this stuff this thing don't come with search tokens. Oh, you know what? Special. So it's known as a special action. Let's see here. Special action. And basically the way special action rules work is this. When you activate something on a special action, you don't add it to the stack, and nobody can put it on the stack. You get to do whatever the effect says, and once it's resolved, you get to take another action after it. That's the way special actions work, and that's what this activation cost is. It's a special action, and it could be. And special actions got a whole ton of rules for all sorts of different situations, and this one has a very unique situation. Another good example is Morph, Megamorph, and the new effect called Disguise. Those are special actions as well. Players cannot react to it, and you cannot put it into the stack yourself either. Where is it at? Dang it, did not see that. Declare blocker step. Just so that way I can show. Oh, here it is. 116. Got it. 116. Here we are. 116. So here we go. Special actions are actions a player may take when they have priority that don't use the stack. These are not to be confused with turn-based actions or state-based actions, which the game generates automatically. And there are 10 distinct special actions. For example, when you play a land, playing a land is a special action. Just a regular old land. See here, like Command Tower. When you play this right onto the field, that is a special action. Nobody can respond to it. Nobody can do anything about it, and you can continue on with your next play. And not only that, considering that someone's per turn or anything. Player can take this action anytime they have priority, and the stack is empty during a main phase of their turn. Because that's the core rule. That's the core rules. I mean, if people could respond to land, then the game breaks. So another one is turning a face down creature face up as a special action. The player may take take this action anytime they have priority, which is what disguise, morph, megamorph. Other cards that any other card that makes you put a card face down when anytime. Phasing, I believe, also is a special action. So anytime you flip a card face up, that's a special action. Nobody can respond to it, and you can't put it in the stack. Now this is the one that's very important, right here. 116.2c. Some effects allow a player to take an action at a later time, usually to end a continuous effect or to stop a delay trigger from ability from triggering. Doing so is a special action. A player can take such an action anytime they have priority, unless that effect specifies another timing restriction, or for as long as the effect allows it. Now, this is very important because when you activate the licids and you attach them as an aura, basically it's continuous. The whole effect is continuous. It's continuous because it's completely active. Because that's what the effect does. That's why it's a special action to deactivate it, which means that once you have priority, once you're given priority, then you can be able to pay the cost to deactivate the effect, and you can save your licit. So basically, the way equipment auras work is that when they're attached to a creature, if the creature dies, so too does the enchantment aura. The aura goes with it because it doesn't have a target to enchant. What the licids can do is that when your creature dies and you have the priority during that time of death, you can pay that cost and save the licit. You can deactivate the ability and it becomes a creature again, and it becomes a 1/1 licit creature. So that's how basically the licids was supposed to work. But the thing is that because it was very confusing under 5th edition rules and under 5th edition wording, it didn't catch on the way it was intended. It would appear that, I guess, as years went on, they decided to make that a special action. So that way you could be able to pay and save your licit. So yeah, basically that's how the licids work. In order to save them, you gotta have the mana to pay to deactivate their effect, because when they're attached, they didn't abandon the, even though they're no longer a creature, the effect they're not gone as a creature. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't stop them from being a creature anymore. It's still a creature effect. I think that's the best way to explain it. It's a creature effect. Which is pretty much what licids are, abilities are. It's a creature effect. I might not be wording that correctly, but you could you can addendum that for me in the comments section. That's the best way I can describe it. So because of the equipment creatures, artifact creatures having Reconfigure, I remembered the licids, and I was like, hey, let me build a deck around these two types of creatures. And so that's what happened with Sisay. I ended up creating this nice little deck around these two creatures. Another feature from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is that they also created creatures that have this keyword called modify, which is something that was new to me, but so was historic, in which they group a bunch of cards together into a single keyword, so that way they could be a target of spells and abilities. So here's Walking Skyscraper for an example. Um, this is its effect says this spell costs 1 mana less to cast for each modified creature you control. Equipment, auras you control, and counters are modifications. So instead of paying 8 mana, I could reduce it down to 0 if I have 8 creatures that have an equipment attached, an aura attached, or a counter, like say a +1/+1 counter, or any specialized counters that are sitting on it, and I could drop a 8/8 trampling artifact creature that has hexproof as long as it's untapped. It's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty, and so that's what would led me to do the licits, because licits are now equipment aura, enchantment auras. They're now enchantment auras, so if I attach to my own creatures, it counts to creatures with with the modify effect very easily. And yeah, shenanigans ensue. Shenanigans ensue. So that's basically the whole entire concept of it, because there are creatures that have there are creatures, enchantments, instant sorceries that are manipulated when creatures are modified and have these attachments on them. Like for example, Chihiro, the Shattered Blade. Whenever an aura or equipment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace. Unfortunately, licits do not have the enchantment as a creature type, because they're not enchantment creatures, they're just licits. But I do have equipment creatures, and they will count towards the whole thing. Now it says here at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each modified creature you control. That means that if I attach a licit, however, attach the licit to any one of my creatures, they'll get a +1/+1 counter because it's an enchantment aura when it's attached to them. So even though there's drawbacks with the licits, they still have benefits when they become enchantment auras, and I attach them. So what does this mean? Well, what this means is having modifying creatures, equipment creatures, and licits. It's a great army, but then I found them to be not strong enough to be an army. They're very, very tactical and technical. The modification creatures like Shishiro are more suited for synergetic capabilities, as opposed to going out and using them to swing and hit people with. Same with equipment creatures and licits. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hitting people with them, swinging at them. But the odds of me getting a good heavy hitter like Thundering Raiju, or Goto Disciple of Ryusei, or even the Walking Skyscraper itself is astronomically high in a deck of 100 cards. And not only that, but characters like Thundering Raiju, they do encourage attacks and everything, which is all cool, and Goro as well, because when you attack them, I could be able to benefit from the whole thing. But it kind of telegraphs too much of what I'm trying, what I'm going for and what I'm trying to do. Here we go. Here's a good synergetic creature, Kami of Celebration. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. So this is a creature that I wouldn't even swing and attack with. It would just sit there, collect dust, and I attack with other creatures. But it's not. It doesn't give me much confidence with attacking with a lot of other creatures. Even though they got some good attacking creatures like Upriser, Renegade, I felt that I could do better, bring out some better creatures, stronger creatures, and more dangerous creatures. So I introduce to you the Spirit Dragons. I got from Kamigawa Dynasty, Owl the Dawn Sky, Kura the Boundless Sky, Junji, the Midnight Sky, Atsushi, the Blazing Sky, and I was finally able to get my hands on it, Kairi, the Swirling Sky. So these are all from Neon Dynasty. Then I just so happened to coincidentally, back in the days, picked up the Kamigawa block cards, and I happened to got my hands on these three Star Dragons: Yosei, the Morning Star, Ryusei, the Falling Star, and Keiga, the Tide Star. Unfortunately, I never got Jugon or Kokusho, the Star Dragons, and Jugon's the cheapest, but Kokusho clocking in at $20 in the market, in the collector's market, because it's a very, very, very powerful card. So I started looking into other dragons. Originally, this Kyodai was going to be the commander for this deck, but I saw Sisay and I thought Sisay would be a lot better. And then I kind of stumbled onto this creature for $2 in the collector's market. Okagachi, Wrathful Kami. Basically, so I'm kind of like building up all these dragons. But the problem is that when I played it in my pod, it did very good, but it had a very, very fundamental flaw. And that's because of what Sisay, my commander, does. Sisay gets +1/+1 for each color among other legendary permanents you control. So what this means is she's a 2/2 creature right now. But if I were to play, say for example, let me get this one out. The Reality Chip. The Reality Chip is a legendary creature. Where are you at? Here we go. The Reality Chip is a legendary artifact, creature, equipment, jellyfish. And since it's a blue legendary creature, it will give Sisay +1/+1, as you can see here. If I were to play, say, Chihiro is a red and green creature, so it would give Sisay +2/+2. Now, she has a second ability right here. This is what gives her the color identity, her commander identity. When I tap for all 5 colors, I could search my library for a legendary permanent. That means it could be a legendary artifact, a legendary land, anything that says legendary on it. With mana value less than Sisay's power, right now is 2, and you put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Now this is the total converted mana cost. That means that if I want the Reality Chip, her power has to be 3. She's got to have 3 power in order for me to bring the Reality Chip out. So that means that I gotta make her a 3/3 creature. I gotta give her a power 3, and then I could get the Reality Chip out, and then she'll get the benefit, being that's a legendary permanent, coming out into the field, and she gets more. Now, the cool thing about equipment creatures and the Licids is that they do provide +1/+1 benefits, like Transmogrifying Licid, where if I were to attach it to Sisay, she'll become a +1/+1 artifact creature. Or if I play Rabbit Battery, she'll get haste and +1/+1 when it's attached to her. So I don't have to worry about getting legendary creatures out per se, but it is very difficult for me to get these type of creatures out overall, and being able to spot her a +1/+1. Let's see here. Like, for example, like Armguard Familiar, which can give her +2/+1, or Blade of the Oni, which could turn her into a 5/5 creature with Menace and make her a Black Demon, along with her, in addition to its colors and types and everything about it. It just gives her flat. But the point I'm saying is that getting these particular creatures out to boost that power is extraordinarily difficult. And it proved to be very difficult. And when I was playing the pod, I was able to bring out one and only one dragon, and that was Atsushi, the Blazing Sky, because he had 4 mana. So the thing is, so basically, the three creatures that can help me get her out, which is the reality chip, Chihiro, and Goro Goro. These three creatures, this is the fundamental flaw in this. Because these three creatures are low on mana and equipment creatures are very difficult to get out. If I lose the legendary creatures, which had happened, Sisay loses the benefits. And if I lose the equipment creatures, she also loses the benefits. And because the dragons are clocking in between 4 mana converted cost to 6 mana converted cost, I need her to have 7 power. That means I got to get all 5 colors out, or try and get as many equipments and auras attached to her to get the power, her power up to 7, and then I can start dropping dragons for free at every turn, and as many times as I want, because her effect is not a once per turn ability. Her effect is not a once per turn ability. I can cast, if I have 10 cards, two of each color, I can cast twice and drop multiple dragons out there. So that's the big problem, and that's what we're going to try and fix up. Um, and that's what's going to be fixing up here. So the big question is what do I want to get rid of? So I've decided the key factor is to get her some more legendaries, because Goro Goro, Chishiro, and the reality chip are not enough for me to draw out when I do have the chance to get them out. So like for example, she's a 2/2, so I could get Goro Goro out if I give her a +1/+1 counter. But if I want Chihiro, who got four converted mana quest, I need to get her to 5 power. So if I can't get the equipments and the licids out fast enough to be able to pump her up to make that happen, I gotta rely on the legendaries, and so I gotta get my hands on some smaller casting legendaries. So originally, before I included the Star Dragons and Okagachi and and Kyodai, I wanted to play only with five dragons, and that was the Sky Dragons. So since I still wanna stay on that, I'm gonna keep them in the deck. So the 5 Sky Dragons that I wanted to originally play with, they're staying in the deck as planned. So that leaves me with the remaining Spirit Dragons. So I wanted to play the 5 Star Dragons, but because Kokusho's is pretty expensive, and Jugon, though inexpensive, it kind of makes no point, not having all 5 Sky Dragons. So I'm gonna drop the dragons since I already made the attempt to play them and everything, but got destroyed. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my hands on some legendary creatures, 5 legendary creatures that are very low in value, so that way Sisay can draw them out. It's gonna be a little weird because I'm paying 5 mana to bring out, say, a 1 mana creature. It's kind of weird to do all that, but the benefit is extraordinarily good. If it can speed up the whole thing, it'll help shrink the deck down a bit more in terms of card drawing power. So it's kind of worth the trouble. Another thing that I'm probably gonna need to put in here, and we'll get to that, is get some fetch lands. Journeyer's Kite. I did remove that in this update, so I gotta get that back in there. That was because I was making room. Yeah, I was making room for some stuff. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna add these 2 legendary creatures to start. Now give me 10 legendary creatures. Yes, because I'll still have the reality chip, Chihiro, and Goro Goro, which I don't want to get rid of, because they're modification creatures and they're part of the deck. What I need is to bring back my very first commander when I first started playing this, and I was learning what this game was about. And that character is Isamaru, Konda's Hound. It's a 1 mana, only costs 1 white mana. It's a legendary. And, do I want to bring in these artificers? Nah, good. Nah. It's alright. Nah, let me go and get, no, they're too high costing. Let me get Konda over here. I'll show you Konda in a second, once I find it. And I'm going to add that to the deck. So that way, when I pull him out, he's cheap, he's quick, and he's quick to find. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's Isamaru, Hound of Konda. Okay. Isamaru, Hound of Konda, legendary hound, 1 mana drop, 2/2 creature. That's it. That's all it is. It's just a 2/2 creature. But the fact that it's only 1 mana, as you can see here, Sisay Weatherlight Captain is a 2/2. So what that means is that if I get once I get all 5 of my mana out, if I don't have anything out to pump her up, I could get Isamaru up immediately, and I could get that +1/+1 on her. And this will allow me on the next turn, if I don't have enough mana and I have to wait a whole turn, that'll leave me the chance to get the reality chip and Goro out, since they're 2 mana costs, and she'll be a 3/3 creature thanks to Isamaru. So that'll help expedite getting the legendaries out. And if I get these out, the reality chip and Goro, she'll get +3/+3 because that's 3 different color mana, and she'll become a 5/5 creature, and that'll allow me to get the 4 mana, the 4 mana costing Atsushi out. Or I could get the 4 mana Atsushi out very quickly, and I'll have my first dragon ready to swing at my opponents hard, very, very hard. So just to help me out here, as you can see, so far I have 2 red, 1 green, 1 white, and 1 blue. So I need black to help with the color scheme. And get Sisay up there. So there's actually a creature that you'll see here in the deck list. I took her out, but I think I'm going to put her back in, and that's Kiki. I'm going to put Kiki back in because her effect is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good effect, and a pretty nasty one too. Here we go. So I'm going to put her back in. Let's see. She's a 2 mana. She only costs 2 mana, which is good. Do I have, let me just see here. No, see, my legendary, wait, oh, wrong ones. Where is it at? It's over here. Okay. Here we go. Tatsunari. Yeah, she's the cheapest. Well, yeah. She's the cheapest among my legendary black creatures. Kiki of Knight's Flower. Oh, and I also have this demigod called Timaret, chosen from death, but Kiki's the one that I want. Kiku, sorry. I keep calling her Kiki. This is Kiku. She's not bad. She costs, she's a human assassin, legendary creature. She's from the old Kamigawa block. For 2 mana and 2 black, a tap, target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. So, yeah, this is a great way to get rid of commanders. Great way to get rid of any heavy-hitting, beefy Eldrazi's. If any creatures is like sitting around with a nice, easy... yeah, basically, they could kill themselves. And she's only 2, and she only costs 2 black mana to cast, to drop. So I get her out, or if or I can use Sisay's power to get her out, thanks to Isamaru, and that'll get me access to more +1/+1s. So there we go. So this is all filled out now. So now I have 10 legendaries to work with. I have, here we go. So Isamaru, Hound of Konda, It's not a bad 2/2 creature, quite honestly, for 1 mana, especially as a legendary. Kiku Knight's Flower, Chihiro, who's a modification creature. The Reality Chip, who's an equipment creature. Goro, who also does modification. And one of the reasons why that I wanted to focus on the Spirit Dragons so much was because Goro can create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature when I'm attacking with a modified creature. So that's basically the reason why I was focusing on the Spirit Dragons. But because the Spirit Dragons are far too expensive and I only had 3 low costing legendary creatures, it makes it very hard for me to get the dragons out because they're clocking in at 4, 5, and 6 mana. And I need her to be at 7/7 in order to 7 power in order to pull that off. So adding Isamaru and Kiku is good. And so now I have 5 legendary creatures that can help me get Sisay's ability. I have the 5 dragon spirits, the sky dragons, so I can swing at my opponent and hit with very hard. So that's settled with the legendaries. So what this means is the count is different. It's gonna be a different creature count. But what this means is that now I have 3 slots open here. I got 3 slots wide open for this deck. So because that's going to be the case here, I'm going to bring back Journeyer's Kite, which allows me to search for lands and put it onto the battlefield. It's an artifact. I hope I can find it because it's buried under so much stuff. I believe this is the artifacts. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. That's Knighthood. Actually, I can just move these cards over. All right. Let me put Sisay here for presentation. There we go. All right. Let's get the Journeyer's Kite out. So, yeah, I kind of went into panic mode. Most definitely, I went heavy on panic mode and kicked Sisay out because I wanted to play with the Sky Dragons. Well, I wanted to play with all the Spirit Dragons. But honestly, when I rounded up all the Spirit cards and saw what they did, I was like, you know what? I got a better idea. And I'm going to stick with... I could still play with the Sky Dragons and the other Spirit Dragons, but the Sky Dragons are going to stay this deck because I really like that idea of playing them in this modification deck. You know, attaching auras and attaching licids and equipment creatures on them and and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's see here. Let's see. We gotta find that Journeyer's Kite. It's in here somewhere. Unless I moved it. Uh-oh, don't tell me I moved it. Wait, do I still have it in there? Let me see if I still have it in the deck. Let's see here. Marvel Diamond, Sky Diamond. Oh no, I did take it out. Alright, so it's in here somewhere. I'll find it. I will find it, and we're gonna add that. The next one I'm gonna put in, which I had taken out, is the Maelstrom Nexus. I'm gonna put that in back in there. It gives it basically the first spell I cast each turn has Cascade. That's gonna go back in, which makes a lot of sense. But I have to cast the spell in order for Cascade to work, which isn't bad. Because I got a lot of low costing, because now I got Isamaru in there. If I were to play the Maelstrom Nexus, I can get the Isamaru out even faster. So now I have 2 routes to get him out, either through Sisay or through the Maelstrom Nexus, and that's pretty good. Papercraft Decoy. Nope. Whew. Now leave me with one more card to attach to, and we'll have to figure that one out. So let me put the Maelstrom Nexus back in here. Okay. And I must have put the Journeyer's Kite in a different somewhere else. I'll have to look for it. But Journeyer's Kite is gonna go back into this deck. Because it helps me search. Let's see here. Where are you? Reference Chalice. Another card that I want to also put back in here is Felwar Stone. Since this is a rainbow deck, plays all 5 colors. That'll help me out with casting with the mana rocks situation, because I did reduce the number of mana rocks, and that might not have been a good idea, quite honestly. Here we go. Wow, where did I put Journeyer's Kite at? Let's see. It's gotta pop up somewhere. Whisper Cloak Silk, Stone of Eric. Rhaenyra's Disc, Thinking Cap. Jabari's Banner, Thinking Cap. Alright. Let me first put the Felwar Stone back into this. Maybe I missed it. Do I still have it in this deck? So yeah, Felwar Stone is good when you have rainbow decks. A lot, people are like, oh, you could put it in any deck. It's like, yeah, but I'm only playing specific colors, and my opponent may not have the color I'm looking for. But if I'm playing a rainbow deck, yeah, I'll have all the colors I'm looking for. Did I? This is a very artifact-heavy deck, given that I have equipment creatures in here. Chromatic Lantern, Cane Signet. All right. So then I put this this card somewhere. I must have paired it up with something. Let's see here. Did I put it over here? There's no way. No, I didn't put it in a deck, in another deck, did I? Because that would sting. Because everybody's watching. Let's see here. Golden Scale Aeronaut, Tight Crab, Watchful Blisterosa. Yeah, I want to build a crab and jellyfish deck. It sounds it just sounds funny. And I happen to have a whole bunch of and I do have crabs and jellyfishes. So let's see. Myojin cards, Unforgiving one. Wow, what happened to Journeyer's Kite? Is it over here? I must have put it in the deck. I am so sorry, everybody. You were all expecting Journeyer's Kite to come out, and I don't have. And it looks like I put Journeyer's Kite somewhere else. Compulsion. This might be a card I might consider throwing in, but we'll have to do the assessments first, the analytics, so that way we can figure out what this deck really needs. Let's see here. Wow. So, wow, what happened to Journeyer's Kite? I must have put it in another deck then. Which is not. Oh, did I put it in my I must have. Okay, maybe I might have put it in my first sliver deck, which is my other rainbow deck. No, I didn't put that in there, did I? Oh well, that stinks. But you all know. You'll know Journeyer's Kite is gonna go in there. So yeah, I botched up. I botched up. It's all right. It's all good. Yeah, it's alright. No biggie. What I can do in the meantime is throw in. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Maybe it's in here? No, it wouldn't be in this. This is the pre-con deck, right? Oh no, I kind of. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the pre-con deck. Oh no, this is the fairy deck. Yeah, this is the pre-con deck, which consists of fairies. All right. So, let's throw in something from the multicolor here. Let's see. Did I have invigorating hot springs? What did I have in here? Maelstrom Nexus. So until I can find Journeyer's Kite, let's throw this in here. Armadillo Cloak, Wings of Hope, Staggering Insight. Yes, I do have Rhythm of the Wild and Invigorating Hot Springs. There was one more card that I would like to put in. And no, it's not you, Voltaic. Voltaic is like, oh. No, it's not you. Actually, there is a card that I actually had in here. If I could find it. No, that's... Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering... Oh, no, he's a creature, although I should take that in consideration. Playing artificers like the Enthusiastic Mechanaut. Not this one. Mage Slayer. Oh, interesting. No, it wasn't that one. No, this was I think it was an enchantment or an instant. I think it was an instant. Disorder in the Court? No. That I'm gonna put in here. Put back in here, actually. Calling Ritual, Migratory Route. It was a good one. It was a good card, actually. Until I can find what I did with Journeyer's Kite and put that back in there. Where it belongs. Moderation? No. Wave Sifter? No, wasn't Wave Sifter. What was that card? We're gonna do analytics in a moment. Let's see here. What was it that I threw in there? Yeah, I threw in a lot of weird stuff the last time. Decimate Time Wipe. Oh, Hitotsugu consumes all. Right. Let's see. Yeah, I threw in those type of cards, didn't I? So that's because I replaced them with enchantment auras. Okay, I do have Staggering Insight, Squeeze Embrace. Alright, Rhythm of the Wild, Invigorating Hot Spring. So let me spot up. Here we go. So Diabolic Vision, Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, put one of them in the bottom of your library, and exile one of them. You may play the exile card this turn. Right, there we go. Expressive Iteration, that was the one. But I also got Diabolic Vision. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest on top of your library in any order. So that's a card that I want to get in there as well. But first, let's put the Expressive Iteration. Here we go. So here's Expressive Iteration, which is actually not bad, because I can move them around a bit, and I get to have a free play on top of that, which is very crazy. Crazy card. I think I'm gonna hold off on Diabolic Vision. It's a blue-black. I might want that in my ninja deck, but this one is going back in there. So I just gotta figure out how to just fit in Journeyer's Kite. So time wipe. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand and destroy all creatures. I could use that. I'm not sure yet. Nevertheless, let's do some analytics and then figure out what it is this deck's gonna need. Here's Hidetsugu, consumes all. But I don't really, well, I played it because it could do this. It starts off as a saga, in which I can destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less, exile all graveyards, and then exile, and it becomes this creature here. And what happens is that whenever Vessel of the All-Consuming deals damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And whenever Vessel of the All-Consuming deals damage to a player, if it has dealt 10 or more damage to that player this turn, they lose the game. So I got to play it, and it was pretty fun. But ultimately, I kind of pushed it aside. It was very niche for this type of deck. Let's slide this over. So yeah, I don't know what happened to Journeyer's Kite. My brain is completely blown because I could have sworn I had it. So I must have put it in another deck. That's the only logical explanation, because I should have found it. But it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because we're going to now solve this issue here. Time for some analytics. All right. Okay, Sisay, Weatherlight Captain. Left-handed. Left-handed. Let's see here. I'll shrink it down to 12. There we go. Left-handed. So land count. Let's start updating this and get the everything in place here. So let me just clear this out because I'm gonna be laying the cards out for the analytics, and these are in the way. Here we go. Still, I have no idea for the life of me what happened to Journeyer's Kite, but something tells me I'm gonna find it amongst these piles out of nowhere. There we go. So we're gonna count up the lands, the number of creatures, and so on, until we get to find out if there's an improvement or if I need to fill in stuff. As you can see from the analytics, I have a heck of a lot of 2 mana and 3 mana creatures. So, in a sense, mana is not a very difficult issue because of the low cost. But the fact that I wasn't getting them out consistently is very disturbing. Because how is it possible to not get 2 mana creatures, 2 mana cards out consistently? So let's start with the land count. 1, 2. Let's see here. 1. Okay. Sorry to say, we'll move you up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So there's 35 lands. So that's an increase of 1. Alright, so we got an increase of 1. Which is good. It's fine. 35 lands is good. Is a good number. Okay. Next up are creatures. So let's see here. All right. So aside from Sisay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 37, 37 creatures. All right, so I got 38 creatures, including the commander. So that's 38 creatures. How many of them are artifacts? So how many of them are artifact creatures? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, okay, that didn't change. I got 13 artifact creatures. All right, 13 artifact creatures. Okay, next up are enchantments. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. So I have 9 enchantments. So that's a drop by 1. Alright, sorceries. How many do I have that are sorceries? Sorceries, let's see here. I got 1. One. So that was a big drop. I went from 5 down to 1. Instance, which was at 0 last time. How many do I have now? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 instants. Okay. For instance, now it's time for the artifacts. Okay. How many artifacts do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh. 26. So I got 26 artifacts. Oh, no, wait. Let me check my lands here. 26, 27, 28, 29. Forgot the artifact lands here. So that's 29. 29. So that's a drop. 29. Also, I do have an enchantment creature, so that's 10, but just one creature. There we go. What size is this? 4. Let's bring that down to 6. Sorry. All right. An enchantment creature. So I have an enchantment creature. I got 3 lands that are artifacts. How many do I have that are creatures? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of them are creatures, so that's still, yeah, that's still intact. All right, so that's 13 creatures. 13 creatures and 3 lands amongst the 29 artifacts that I got. This is an enchantment creature. That's why it counts to it's an enchantment. That's 1 creature. Let me check to really make sure. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. That. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I have no miscellaneous. Like I don't have planeswalkers or battle cards or any of that stuff. So, mana ability cards. How many can I tap for mana at mana speed, or has the wild growth speed? So let's start with the regular lands that got that tap symbol. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. So that's 33 lands that can tap at mana speed for mana. Alright, how many creatures? So, there we go. So 33 out of 35 can do that. Let's see. How many creatures do I have that could tap for mana? Let's see here. No, that's not mana speed. Tanuki doesn't have mana speed. Let's see here. There is probably only 1 creature that can legitimately do that. And it's over here. Silk Guard. Nope. No. It's the other one here. Nope, not Kuda. Here we go. Orochi Merge Keeper. As you can see, Orochi Merge Keeper has tap to add green. Add 1 green. Nothing else here can. None of the other creatures can do it. So only 1 creature, 1 mana dork basically. Only 1 mana dork, so that remains unchanged. Let's see here. How many enchantments do I have that can tap for mana? That has mana speed. Something like Wild Growth, or equivalent nature. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's move this over. No, that's instance. Legendaries. Let's see here. Maelstrom Nexus. Nope. Rhythm of Wild. Nope. Invigorating Hot Spring. Nope. Squeeze Embrace. Staggering Insight. Wings of Hope. Armadillo Cloak. Nope. No, none of them cast. So it still remains at 0. And now the mana rocks. So we got Felrar Stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I believe that's it. Yeah, in terms of mana rocks. Yeah. Alright. So let me just count that because I forgot my count again. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 12 artifacts. So that's a drop down. A drop by 1. There we go. 12 artifacts that can let me tap for mana. Alright, time for the mana curve. Let me just put that there. Alright. It's time for us to do the mana curve. Let's see how much has changed since. Alright. 1 mana. Let's see. Let me push this here. I'll make this quick. Let me set it up this way. Let's see here. 3 mana, 3 mana, 3 mana, 5 mana, 3 mana, 2 mana. Let's see. 2 mana, 2 mana, 2 mana, 2 mana. 2, 2, 3, 4, 8, 4, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, X. We got an X1 here. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 5, 5, more 2s, another 4, 3, 5, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. There we go. All right. So let's bring this all together now. It looks like two mana costs might have a big increase on the mana curve there. Let's see here. Let me add Sisay to the 3s. There we go. Get over here. There we go. All right. 4, 5, 6, 8, X. All right. So we have 1, 2. So we got an increase of 1. So we got 2. So I got 2 1 mana creatures now. All right. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I have 28 cards now that have 2 mana cost. So that's an increase of 2. So gotta add some new rows. Insert row and insert row. All right. 27 and 28. So yeah, it's become a big tower now. Wow, that really pushed it all down. Really edging there on the whole page. 3 mana. How many? Which includes the captain. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh no. 19. So I got 19. So that's a decrease Interesting. All right. So the 2 mana cost decreased by 2. Happened to decrease by 2, huh? 19. All right. All right. Here we go. Okay, that. Chop, chop. CO. And change that to green for the commander. So, there we go. Commander sits right there in the 3 mana. Wow. So, 2 mana cost went up and the 3 mana cost went down. Here we go. 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So that's a decrease of 1. Okay. 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Atsushi's a 4 mana. Okay. So, no, that's still 7. Uh-oh. I screwed up. Oh my gosh, I screwed up. I ruined everything. The show's ruined. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no. Don't leave me. Don't leave my show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So it still stays at 7 for 4 mana. Okay. 4 mana with 7. So let's recount the 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 now. Yep, that's 6. So this went down by 1. All right, that went down by 1. 6 mana creatures, 6 mana cards. I only got 1, so that went down 1. And then the remaining 2 is 8 mana, which is a walking skyscraper, and Silk Guard, which is an X1. So this shouldn't say X2 anymore. Now it says X1 mana. There we go. So there's the mana curve. The tower increased. The lone tower has grown, everybody. It has gotten bigger. Much, much bigger than before. This is a tower deck. According to the mana curve, this is a tower deck. Eventually I'll get the Journeyer's Kite, and that's going to change the mana curve a bit. Let's see, power meter. Let's see here. We need to get these 1 creatures. This is an 8/8. Since this is an 8/8, well, hold on a second. Let me not jump ahead the curve here. Let me just put Sisay here. 6, 3, 5, 4. Here's a 5. Here's a 4. 2, 2, 4, 3. Alright. Here's a 2 creature. 2 power. 2 power. 3 power. 3 power. 2, 2. 2, 2. 1. 1 power. 0 power. We got a 0 power. 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 1. Another 1. Here's a 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, this is why it's very difficult to legitimately do any attacks with some of these licits and enchantment creatures. Their power is just so low. I got a lot of low power hitters. Let me make sure Sisay is in this group. Here you go. Come over here. Okay. 5, 6, 8. There we are. All right. So there's only one 0 creature. We got how many of these ones now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the count dropped. All right. So we got one less one. Oh no, that's an increase. There's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, that's an increase. All right. That's an increase of 1. All right. 2 power creatures. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's an increase of 2. Ooh. All right. Wow. Okay. So that's 14. I'll just have to put it here because I'm not going to modify that whole thing. That's going to take forever. So it's 14. We got 3 power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a decrease of 1. Okay, that's a decrease of 1. 4 power. That's 1, 2, 3. That's still the same. 5 power. It's 1, 2. That's a decrease of 1. Okay. And 6 power is also a decrease of 1. And power 8 remains the same. So the high powers got replaced by 2. By a pair of 2 powers. So that's what happened there so far. Okay. Let's see, I got an 8 power here. Now we're doing toughness. So I got 8 toughness, 6, 4, 5. Here's a 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Here's a 4 here. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There we go. All right. Let's see here. So I don't have any 0 toughness. That's kind of hard, quite honestly, to get a 0 toughness creature. But there are some creatures that actually do have 0 toughness, like spikes, because they get +1/+1 counters. So let's see here. 1 toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, okay. That's very interesting. That's very interesting because this went up by 2. So now there's 14 of those. 2 toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one, it's still 11. Okay, nothing changed there. 3 toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't change. 4 toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That didn't change. 1 5 toughness and 1 6 toughness. So that's where the change occurred at, right here, with the 5 and 6 toughness, and then we got the 8 toughness. So basically, the 5 and 6 toughness got replaced with 2 1 toughness. So this is actually very fascinating when you look at it. 1 and 2 toughness creatures kind of flip the script with each other. Yep. So there's a very heavy amount of 1 and 2 creatures going on in there. All right, let's do our tactical. Let's see how much tactical has changed. All right, resources. Cards that say draw 1 card. Let's make sure here. Cards that say draw a card, draw 1 card. Anything that lets drawing happen. Straight out of the top of the deck. All right. This is all land that I'm looking at the moment. Windscarred Crag. Scry 1. Put that over there. These are search cards. Put that over there. Gain a life, and these 2 are search cards. Alright, so there's no lands that let me draw a card. No cycling, land cycling, or any of that stuff. Alright, let's see the creatures. Alright, let's see if I can find the creature here. This says mill 6 cards, return any number target non-land permanent. Okay. Put target non-creature card from a graveyard to the battlefield. No, that's look at the top 7 cards of your library. That will go here. Alright. Then we got Kura the Boundless Sky. That's a search ability. Let's see here. Create. Let's see. Exile the top 2 cards until end of your library till the end of your next turn, or create 3 treasure tokens. That doesn't let me draw. Nope, that doesn't let me draw. That doesn't let me draw. This will go over here. That's a top deck. No, let's see here. Looks like I might have dropped a lot of draw cards here. Oh, here we go. So, Acquisition Octopus. Creature deals damage to player. Draw a card. So, that's what we're talking about here. So, got 1 so far. I got 1. Let's see here. Nope. Not that one. Not that one. Lifelink. Creates a creature. This one is a search. I could put that over there. This one modifies a creature. Here we go. Tawashi Guidebot draws a card. This was a ward. It creates a creature. Gives haste. Deals damage. Target creature deals damage. Nope. Nope. That's a mana dork. Nope. Look at the top 3 cards. That's a scry type ability. Brainstorm. No, this only grants a creature to do that. They gotta do it naturally. Okay. Commander. Nope. 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 If you control a modified creature, draw a card. Yep. That's letting me draw a card. This one also lets me draw a card. This one lets me draw a card. Let's see. Draw a card if you control an enchanted creature. There we go. Alright. So how many cards is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 cards that can let me draw. So that's an increase of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that's an increase of 3. So I have 6 cards that can let me draw. Let me draw cards. Okay. So cards that let me search. They'll say things like search your deck, kind of thing. Is this it? Here we go. These are some good examples here. Like Kura the Boundless Sky. Search your library for up to 3 land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's actually a big increase. Wow, I only had 3 searches? Okay, I must have added those in later down the line. Let's see here. Actually, this would go here. Let's see. Okay, so we're looking for anything that says search. It has to explicitly say search. That's my tactical. Let's see here. Nope, not that one. Nope. Alright. That definitely won't. The lists definitely wouldn't do that. Oh, everything's falling apart here. No, it's not. It's just dropping everywhere. Let's see. The lists. Yeah, I think that's it for the search, huh? Surprisingly enough, I have 6 search cards, primarily with land. Let's see. Exile top card. I don't know if that would count for top decking. For the top deck. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much alright. So yeah, that's 6 search cards now. So that's an increase. Alright, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 5. 5 cards. That's an increase of 2. So that's actually pretty good. 5 cards that can let me get that out. Recover cards. These are cards that are returned from the graveyard either to the field, library. If it just tells you to go right on in, you know what I mean? Take out of the graveyard. So, what do we have here? Because I've come across plenty of those. Nope. 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 No. No. Whenever unforgiving one attacks, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard. Where X is the number of modified creature. Yep. Okay. So there's our return recovery card. Alright. Not that one. That's an exile. No, that's mana. This lets you create and put +1/+1 counters. That's an exile. Put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Yep. Mill 6 cards to return up to 2 instants and or sorceries from your graveyard to your hand. Yep. That's a recover. Regenerate. Yep. No. When enchanted creatures put into a graveyard, return to the owner's hand. Let's see here. Nope. Let's see. That's a debuff. Nope. 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 No. No. Let's see. Enchant creature dies. Nope, not that one. Rhythm of the Wild. No. Okay. Wait, where's Oh, yeah. Let me see here. Because I keep forgetting about Concord with the Kami. Yeah, Concord with the Kami has draw a card if you control an enchanted creature. So that's that increases the draw to 1. Wrong color. Hold it. Yeah. Because it's a draw card ability. Okay. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I did read these off. Oh, okay. I put those to the side. Sorry. I confused myself there. Okay. So in terms of recover cards, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that didn't change. All right. Now, top deck. Top deck are cards like Maelstrom Nexus or Brainstorm, where you look at the top of cards of your library, and then you either put them back, like Scry, or put them in the graveyard, like Surveil, or that kind of stuff. So, Maelstrom Nexus, that's one. See, like here, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, put one of them in on the bottom of your library, exile one of them. So that's 1, 2. Oh, Sisay says search. Oh, I put her in here, huh? Oops, I put her in here. That's why it was missing here. That's why I felt weird, because I didn't have Sisay in there. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may look at the top card of your library. Scry 1. I think that's all of it. Yeah. Everything is game 1 life kind of situation. So, how many cards is top deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a decrease of 2. So I lost a lot of top deck cards. Alright. So it's kind of near even down in terms of draw, search, recover, and top deck. That's very fascinating. Very, very fascinating that that my resources are near balanced. That's actually pretty good. Of course, once I get Journeyer's Kite, that's gonna increase it to 7. All right, removal. All right, so those are the four directions that cards go when they get knocked out of the battlefield. It's either to the graveyard, to exile, to hand, to deck. So let's start with the to the graveyard. Okay. Nope. 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 Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. It gets an additional -1 for each modified. So, yeah, that could put a creature in the graveyard very easily. I don't know. I don't know if I want to count the damage or reduction. It's kind of like instant. It's gotta be like an instant removal kind of thing, like Swords to Plowshares type of effect. So let's see here. No. 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 So, no. 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 Huh. Uh-oh. Did I lose all of my Wow. Uh-oh. I think I've I lost all of my kill cards here. That's not good. That's not good. I sacrificed okay, that's a return. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Mm, no. Mm, huh. Wow. So in terms of really interesting. Um, wow. I think I lost. I think I sacrificed all of my kill cards. Ooh, that is bad. That means I don't have any creature wipes, or I don't have board wipes, creature wipes, anything. Oh, that's not good. All right. So, yeah, we got some major issues. But now we got a whole new major issue. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yep. This is bad. This is very bad. This is extraordinarily bad here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, effects like this doesn't guarantee an actual creature kill. So that's why it doesn't count. If you don't have something guaranteed like Swords to Plowshares, then it's not gonna do much of anything. So, yeah, I lost a lot of removal as a result. Let's see here. That's going to shrink down. Why am I having a hard time here? There we go. All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I don't have anything that sends cards to exile. They only send my cards to exile, and then I could play them off. But I don't have cards that send my opponent's cards to exile. And I only have one card that sends a card back to the hand. I don't have anything that goes to the deck. Yeah, so the closest card to sending people to exile is Junji the Midnight Sky, which sends cards from the hand to the graveyard. Wow. So I have one removal. Okay. So not only that, but I don't have yeah. So I got plenty of so I got searches, I got recovers, um, top decks, draws. I got resources, but I have basically none. I mean, I only have one removal. So, man, analytically speaking, this deck is most terrible. It's very clear that it's not good. Where is Sisay? Let me get Sisay out here. So yeah, it's surprising that the deck ran as good as it did. That my opponents had to swing at me quickly because of the dragons, but the mere fact, I'll put you right there, the mere fact that I don't have any semblance of removal. Just one card that removes, and that requires it to die and go to the graveyard. But I don't have. No, no, goes to the hand. and that's it. I have absolutely nothing to show for it in terms of smashing my opponent. I gave up a lot of those removal cards that I got, so I'm gonna need to get those back in there. I should also consider. Let's see. I got 12 artifacts. The majority of them provide me mana. So in terms of mana dorks and or enchantments for mana, that's compensated. It's well compensated by that. Got a lot of creatures with 2 power and 1 toughness, 14 on each side, and then I have 11 one power creatures and 11 two toughness creatures. What a weird mirror there. So, in terms of my offense, it is not very good. But then I'm swinging with dragons. If the dragons die, I probably get royally screwed at that point, and I'll have to rely on some of the more tactical creatures like Chishiro or Goro Goro to provide me creatures that can actually create creatures, which I do have plenty of. For example, I have Concord with the Kami, which lets me create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token if I control an equipped creature. Or something like, who else here? It's over here. Come on, give me. Where are you at? so many decks here. So many cards. I got one more. I got another creature that can create creatures. Yeah. See, Chishiro himself. When an equipment or equipment enters the battlefield under my control, create a 2/2 spirit red spirit creature token. I got Goro Goro that could create dragons, spirit dragons. So I'm not without those kind of resources, but it is still asking much in terms of you know, creature things. Here's Aki Ember Keeper. Whenever a non-token modified creature you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. So I could still get I could still raise creatures, create creatures and so on. I'm not out of the realm of that. But in terms of raw creature attacks, raw creatures, like, the sky dragons, yeah, it's not much. So I have to really be swinging hard the second I start bringing them out if I want any chances to beat them. So so I kind of created more problems for this deck than solving it, because now I have no forms of removal, and that's not good. So it's probably going to end up coming down to the removal. Well, I got 38 creatures. So perhaps maybe that's where I may need to drop the number down. Cut down the number of creatures. That'll probably be a good start. If I cut down the number of creatures by 3, have 35 creatures, then I can replace them with removal cards. Probably throw in some hard hitting removals. Saying like maybe board wipes. That would probably be the best approach. Maybe I could do Nivernero's Disc. There was another one that I found that I got. I forgot the name of it, where I would send a creature back to my hand, and then everything else gets wiped out. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to play mass board wipes then, instead of specific targeting cards. If I want to be able to take care of things, make sure things are under control. It's a big risk playing board wipes, because I will be losing creatures. Maybe not, since I do have Licids and I can save the Licids, so I won't be without creatures. If I in terms of creature wipage, the equipment creatures and the Licids would still would not be in creature form, so they'll be safe and I'll have creatures around. That's yeah, there we go. But I do have that one card. Where is that at? that I could put in there. I do have a Niveniral's disc. Where are you at? Decimate. Here we go. So I could play Decimate. Destroy target artifact, creature, target enchantment, and target land. So I could play Decimate. That's a good card. That's a good creature. That's a good attacking card. There was the other one. Where are you at? Niveniral's Disc I could throw in there. And just got one more. Exile, let's see, Utter End, exile target non-land permanent. This might be a good one. Though I might save that for my Malia deck. Exile target non-land permanent. Utter End. Maybe I could play that. And maybe not have to do Niveniral's Discs. But play this particular card. If I could find it. It's here. I know I have it. Because I passed by it. Thunderclap. Wyvern. Nope. Empyrean Eagle. Oh. It's here. It's here. It's here. I know I have it. Man, I got a lot of Invigorating Hot Springs. They're such such an awesome card in this game. Oh, here it is. I found Journeyer's Kite. Which is a 2 mana, so that just increases the thing even more. Oh yeah, and I also had Jugon Defends the Temple, but I don't need this saga, quite honestly. Maybe I'll save it for my spirit deck. But what it does is that when he flips over, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may put pay X. If you do, put X +1/+1 counters on that creature. As long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, remnant of the Rising Star gets +5/+5 and has trample. It's a saga, so it has to turn around, flip around. But there we go. I found Journeyer's Kite. There we go. Look at that. Ain't that great? Ain't life grand? I'm gonna have to see if I could how many of these cards I have that say gain 1 life and fit them into Sisay. Alright. Might consider fitting them into the Sisay deck. Alright. So, other than Niveniral's Disc, I gotta find that other card. But there we go. So far I got these two. I don't know if Exile Monland Turret. I don't know if it's worth playing this. Oh, that's why, because it's an instant. That's a sorcery. Big difference. Okay. So yeah, I'll probably put those 2 in there along with Niveniral's Disc. As my board wipe. There we go. Let me find the disc and we'll close it out. Let's see here. Let me do this here. So now we know how. Now I know what needs to be done. I think it'll be fine once I get these creature destruction, these card destruction cards in there, card destroyers, and creature wipes. Here we go, card wipes. You know what I'm saying? Niveniral's Disc, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. So there we go. It is a risky card to play because I will lose my artifacts and enchantments. Most definitely. But I guess I'll have to figure that one out. If that's something I want to really risk. Maybe if I'm like in real trouble, for example, like if I can't, if I'm truly in trouble and got hit, and I don't have anything out, and I need to get everything under control, you know what I'm saying? Like, give myself a chance. That card could help out. Let's see here. Medley Mage. That's interesting. Let's see here. I know I got you. I know I got you. Disorder in the Court. Exile X target creatures. Nope, that's not the one. Knowledge is Power. That's not the one. Nope, that's Maelstrom. Enigmatic Incarnation. Hmm. Mm. Oh, interesting. No, migratory route, signal the clans. Hmm. No, that's not the one. Oh well. Paranoid Delusions. Target player puts the top 3 cards in Psychic Strike. No, that wasn't it. Although that's pretty interesting. No, that wasn't it. Absorb. Counter target spell, gain 3 life. No. Um. Wow, what was that card? Cloud Blazer. Because it said return target card. I completely forgot the name of it. It's buried under here, but that's okay. Oh, the point is that we've I strained everything out and spotted a couple of problems that needs to be fixed. Crowd control. Oh, crowd control warden. Vindicate. Destroy target permanent. I'll have to consider that one. No, but it's in here. It's a mass creature white, but that's okay. The point is that now I got a good look at the major issue. I sacrificed a lot of stuff to fit in the Lycids, to get to get Kyrie, the Swirling Sky, so I can have all the Sky Dragons. I switched up a lot of the cards that I had in favor of playing cards that manipulate modification. So it's a very in terms of resources like card drawing and searching, they increased nice and well. I lost a lot of removals in turn. So I think one of the best choices to make is maybe to drop a couple of drop 3 creatures, bring the creature count down to 35. Bring the creature count down to 35 so I could put in at least 3 card removals. That means that I will have to be very, very aggressive with this deck. Like I can't waste too much time. If the second I get the dragons out, is the second I gotta start swinging and swing fast. And if I have a chance to swing with Sisay for commander damage, then do so, since she'll get pumped up as well, and get and she's gonna probably be, and I'll probably be feeding her equipment cards and auras, Lycids and so on. So yeah, that's pretty much yeah, okay. That's the scenario then. What 3 creatures I'm going to lose in order to fit those in there, I have no idea. But I do want to keep cards like the Maelstrom Nexus and get Journeyer's Kite back in there. Yeah, so that's 5 cards I gotta fit in there. 5 cards. All right. So once I make those adjustments, that's when I'll do another play and see what happens there. So that's gonna be an interesting thing. A thing. The thing. All right. So that's the deck tech. We figured out the analytics of the situation. It's a my mana curve's a tower. Everything is weird. So until next time. Thank you all for joining me. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, follow. You know you want to. And with that said, I wish you all a good night. Buenas noches and oinsumi nasai.